International Formula 1600 Series is proudly brought to you by Investchem and the Metzler South African Superbike Championship by their associate sponsors. Welcome to Zwartkops, the arena of motorsport, and we're back here for the first time in 2019. Looking forward to some action now from our National Extreme Festival of Motorsport. The Nationals come out and so do the crowds. In less than a minute's time, it's Formula 1600s. Coming into this round, Scott Temple leads by 1 point over Stuart White. But Stuart White on international duties this weekend will not be here. So it's now up to Scott Temple to try and extend that lead and see if he can just put a little bit of breathing space between himself and the rest of this charging field. Gerard Geldenhuys and Nicholas Van Wheelie will definitely be up for the challenge after having a fantastic start to the day and to the weekend. Tricky conditions yesterday, but it's perfect conditions today as we go on board here with Rackstraw, who's alongside Temple into turn one. It looks like he might have got the whole shot. Andrew Rackstraw looks like he just squeezed through there and got into Compendium Insurance corner in the lead and now goes on the defensive into turn two. Temple trying to go around his outside. Speaking around the outside, Tiago Ravello making up a massive amount of ground there. Going side by side with the 7-4 of Siyabonga Munkukwana. We're on board here with the young man as he comes onto that back straightaway. He's going to try and squeeze Munkukwana out, but Sia is up for the challenge. Gets into that slipstream now, going to try and get right up on that gearbox and squeeze past. He pulls out just in time, goes into Volkswagen and makes the move stick. Munkukwana demoted down one position into the hands of Gillespie. Coming through the back of that field, also watch out for Zach Edwards and for Brendan Tracy. The front end though, it's Rackstraw and he's trying to get away there from Temple. Good drive here from the RDSA man, and it's road to race on his tail. Van Wheelie's there as well. Van Wheelie, of course, wants to take this championship back, and he definitely wants to hang on to a possibility, considering the fact that Stuart White is not here. Down the hill they come, and hard on the brakes. Van Wheelie once again closes right onto the back end there of that road to race machine. But Temple is up for the challenge and is just soaking that pressure up. What a start from Geldenhuys. He's up there in fourth place. Not quite sure what he found this weekend, but it's definitely working out for him. And he maintains a great pace right on Van Wheelie's tail. Locking of brakes into turn two. Oh, it's so close there between Geldenhuys and Van Wheelie as they come out of turn two. Getting the hammer down now. Just behind them comes Schofield. Andrew Schofield with a good start too. He's just behind the man we're on board with right now, the Abacus Divisions machine of Gerard Geldenhuys. It's the magnificent paint and hardware car just up in front and looking for a way past. He has a dive out. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. Maybe just making Van Wheelie aware that he's there and he means business. But he wasn't close enough to make the move stick. He might be close enough now. He got good drive out of Volkswagen as they come up the hill now. Look for the car on the inside. Does he get up there? Yes, he does. Oh, what a move. And Van Wheelie had to give him some space. So Geldenhuys up into third place. Van Wheelie down to 4. Rebello's up to 7th. Ahead of Munkukwana and Gillespie. Alex Gillespie in the ERP trucking components car, just battling a little bit to try and find some pace here. Out front, though, the two are getting away. Top two are all about Rackstraw and Temple. Temple looking for a way past. Probably won't go too soon because it'll give Rackstraw a chance to come back at him. He might just stay there because the pace is good at the front. Geldenhuys is pulling a bit of a maneuver here and getting away from that magnificent paint and hardware car. And I think there might be a little bit of issues there for Van Wheelie. Further back, Schofield closing in on him. Yeah, so Van Wheelie under pressure from the back as well as trying to attack. And this is the man he's under pressure from. Andrew Schofield in the Investchem Formula 1600. He pushes hard down that back straight away. Look at this, absolutely everything she's got as they go into Volkswagen. It's a light lift and then back on the throttle up the hill to a hard braking point. These cars reach about 260 k's an hour at the top of the hill. A little bit further back there, you got Lieutenant Colonel Alan Mayer having his own little fight, and it's great to see that too. He's there with Zach Edwards and with Alex Voss. Now coming into the picture. Oh, look how tight it is there. This is fantastic. Liam Pienaar gives us a great vantage point as they go through Mix FM corner. Pienaar in the Phoenix Julius car trying to close down here on Gillespie, and Gillespie's under attack there from Munkukwana. Sia has a big look on the inside. Can't quite make it stick, but he's definitely in with a shot and possibly going to spoil the day there for the ERP trucking components man. This is Sia's point of view. Munkukwana into turn one. See, that car just sits lovely through turn one, but not good enough to keep out Liam Pienaar, who dived up the inside through turn one and got through. Through turn 4, Volkswagen corner now, they head up to the top of the hill. Andrew Rackstraw looks like, according to the timesheets, he might be in trouble. Speaking of trouble, he's off the track, but he could be in trouble for a jump start as well. He won't be aware of that. Scott Temple won't be either. They're going to push hard to try and finish this race first and second. But there's a very good possibility Rackstraw might just get that penalty. We'll wait and see. As they come through turn 6, Kenwood corner, flick it through 7, that's Mix FM. Down the hill towards the checkered flag. They've got one little straight and a short little dash to the line as they come through GNH Transport corner now. It is Rackstraw. He's going to take the win, but there's a possibility of that penalty. We'll wait and see as they come across the line. Temple's right there with him, and Scott Temple does everything right. Finishing second, that's good enough right now, considering Stuart White, his closest rival, is not here. confirmation of the results there. Scott Temple getting the win due to the fact that Andrew Rackstraw got that 30-second penalty for the jump start. Geldenhuys in second, Van Wheelie in third, with Schofield and Thiago Rebello up into fifth place, beating out Gillespie, Pienaar and Monkonkwana. Let's have a quick chat to Andrew Rackstraw about how that race went.
Yeah, it was awesome. I knew that the starts at Zwartkops are critical. Otherwise, you can just maintain the race if you're in the lead. Luckily, I did get a good start. I got past Scott. I led. I pulled away for it, but I think his understeer was a bit worse than mine. Last lap, I got a bit too comfortable, and I made a small mistake, which made him right on me. So I was happy, though, with the result, and I'm just going to look forward to race 2.
You won't be too happy with the result, ending up in 12th place after that penalty. Let's see what happens after the break in race 2. Welcome back to Zwartkops. A quick lunchtime break here and a chance to clean the circuit. It looks like we're going to be in for some fun and games now with race number 2 in the Investchem Formula 1600s. We've just seen that Andrew Rackstraw was given that 30-second penalty, dropping him down to 12th place. We'll have to wait and see if he can now turn his day around and go to battle with the rest of the drivers in the Investchem Formula 1600s. Scott Temple's lead now a little bit easier, and he's going to have to work hard to see if he can get the second victory on the day, but this time doing it without any penalties given to his fellow drivers. They make their way out onto the circuit now. Van Wheelie also looking to just get up there and go to the hunt at the front here with Scott Temple and Rackstraw. James Temple just telling Scott exactly where to put that car for the best start he can get out of that number 1 block. Lights go on. This time no jump start. Great start there from Rackstraw again. He goes immediately across the track and on the attack to Temple. And he beats him into turn 1 again. But this time Temple's around the outside. He's going to try and hang on to that outside line, which becomes the inside line for turn 2. And he might be able to squeeze through and get up the inside for the lead. Ooh, Liam Pienaar. He's squeezing out Foss there as Alex Foss has to go into defensive. Liam Pienaar nearly driving up the inside of him, and I think it was a little bit of an attack at the front end too. We'll wait and see to get confirmation of that. And we're on board here with Geldenhuys once again. The Abacus Division's car into turn 4. Yeah, they turn in. Oh yeah, definitely a bit of damage there on Van Wheelie's car, the one I was going to mention earlier on. It looks like wings starting to fly off these cars left, right and centre. There's a little bit of issue there on Foss's car as well as on Gillespie's. We're on board here with one of Foster's ladies in the country, Ivana Setinic, the Alpha Universal machine, under braking at the top of the hill, trying to close down on the boys ahead. Definitely damage there, confirmation of that damage on Gillespie's car as well. And look at where the 27 cars ended up. After a magnificent start there from Foss, he's now behind the man who was attacking him into turn 2 there. And it looks like Liam Pienaar is going to try and show him the way to the front. Temple is at the front, speaking of that, and you can see all of a sudden there's a different body language in that front car. Road to race, looking to get away there from the RDSA car. Let's have a quick squeeze at this. This is Gillespie's point of view, going into turn 4, and there goes the wing, as he gets absolutely slammed shut into turn 4 by Schofield. Coming through turn 4 once again, it is the road to race car of Temple as he heads up to the top of the hill, and he's pulling away along with Rackstraw, the two of them, the class of the field here this weekend, and showing the rest of the field the way around. But you can take into account Van Wheelie with that damaged wing is not going to have the same downforce, and the turnability of that car is not going to be as good. But he will fend off the attack coming from Geldenhuys. More wings flying. Oh, this is just becoming an absolute chaos out there. And look how tight it is here between Pienaar and Monkonkwana. Wow, that was so close. Ivana Setinic able to use that and get through. But Liam Pienaar, very lucky to survive that. He nearly got clipped. And another bit of wing and material flying off the circuit. Monkonkwana seems to be battling a little bit there. Just maybe rattled slightly as Pienaar put on that move. But he'll get back into rhythm shortly, and I'm sure we'll be attacking. Speaking of attacking, Schofield is on the attack. Looks like a little bit of something coming out of the back end there of Geldenhuys' car. I wonder if that's going to affect his ability to drive this machine and finish the race. There's definitely something spewing out the back of that car. And you can see Schofield trying to avoid it. He dived to the right-hand side as he saw the liquid coming out of the back of that car. Brendan Tracy at the back end of the field having a fantastic battle with Zach Edwards. And you can see Schofield trying to stay out of the spray that's coming off the back end of Geldenhuys' car. I wonder if that's going to affect his ability. He's running off the circuit. You can see it there once again. As the rest of the field come up, they're all going to be slowed up. And the concertina effect will happen there behind Andrew Schofield. Geldenhuys must be seeing it. He must realize there's something coming out. If he doesn't, by the time he crosses the line, the COC is going to let him know, that's for sure. Because I'm sure that the marshals would have let the COC know that there's an issue with that car. No issues with these two, though, as they get away at the front end, opening up a very commanding lead and putting in some very hot lap times. Not lap record pace here, wasn't quite hot enough, but certainly using these Cooper tyres to great effect. They come under braking now for turn 2. Rackstraw goes wide. Oh, he goes off! Rackstraw trying something very weird and gets it completely wrong. Oh, that is a massive move there from Andrew Rackstraw, and it didn't pay off. He tried to get onto the outside of Temple. Temple just held the inside line, in fact held the middle line, and managed to keep Rackstraw at bay. I wonder if that's going to affect Andy's ability now to drive the car. Here we go, Geraldes with a problem. Kind of thought there might be one coming soon. He lets the field go past and stays out of the way, just keeping on to the inside to avoid any of the faster cars. And that's good driving there from Gerald Geraldes. With an injured machine, he's going to just tiptoe that one back into pit lane. They're not tiptoeing here through turn 4 though. Gillespie is all over the back end of Schofield. Coming along for the ride is Liam Pinard. Just behind that, you can see a big battle with Thiago Rebello and Alex Gillespie. We're on board now with Pinard. He's trying to shoot and find a way through on Gillespie with a lap to go. Oh, and there's a tap! Gillespie gets out of shape, and Pinard does too. With half a corner to go, well, 2 corners to go. A big issue there, and it looks like it's going to be plain sailing for Temple to the line. He's managed to pull away there from Andrew Rackstraw in the closing stages, but a big incident there in the closing stages as well. And both Liam Pinard and Alex Gillespie are not going to be happy about that. Let's get confirmation of the results. Temple taking the win ahead of Andrew Rackstraw. Van Wheelie hung on with the damaged car for 3rd. Schofield eventually in 4th. Setenich up to 5th, her best finish ever, ahead of Monkonkwana, Alex Voss, and Thiago Rebello. Let's have a chat to our overall winner for the day, Scott Temple.
Look, we had a mega day today, almost full house of points. We got pole, double win. Really happy, great for the championship. Huge thanks to Matt Nash and the boys. Car was great. Rackstraw really brought on some good pace this weekend, so we're happy for him that he's there. Huge thanks to Road to Race and First Race. Obviously without them we wouldn't be here, but we're looking forward to the next round and we can carry on the winning streak hopefully.
Heading down to Cape Town, Scott Temple now with 14 points ahead of Van Wheelie. Rackstraw up in a 3rd place. Stuart White demoted down to 4th. Don't know if he's going to be back this season after getting the ride at the Sauber Formula 1 team. Andrew Schofield on equal points with White, Monkonkwana, Geraldes and Setenich in the top 8. Join us after the break for some South African Superbike Championship action.